Thank you so much. And good afternoon, good evening, good morning to you wherever you are. This is a section with Time with Self, and I am Eric Kweku Mensah. As we are speaking now, it's actually being streamed live on YouTube. Live on YouTube. And we are going to just begin the section. So, for today's session, I think we all have seen the adverts and we are poised to listen to the man who is so powerful. Myself, I call him Papa because I have learned a lot from him. Let's all pay rapt attention. If you also have colleagues you can invite to join the session, kindly share the link to them. The YouTube link will also be made available to all of you so that you can watch also after some time. Apologies, the camera on the Zoom is not appearing, but I must assure you on the YouTube it's actually streaming with another software. That is why the resource has been captured by that too. So basically, let me introduce myself and then project the slide for the facilitator. It's just an intro slide, like I did mention. Great, so it would be appearing soon. Great. So I think by now you should be seeing the slide on the screen. But let me briefly talk about Lantern Creatives. Lantern CC is a digital marketing and then event management firm. We do digital consulting. That means transforming your business into more digital form. We are also into live streaming services. We also do event management. We also have our ushering services in place. We do graphic designing, and we are also into rental services. At the end of the session, I would be sharing some contacts with you so you can reach Lantern CC. But very interesting what Lantern CC does aside these businesses. We are into podcasting and we do webinars, regular webinars in collaboration with other entities. And then also we also do vlogging and other stuffs. So not to take much time, I would be introducing my guest for the session. And he is someone who is an alumni of where I went to school. He is an astute singer or minister. He can sing so much and play instruments. But let's look at the professional life. He's very gifted. He's a life coach and vested with experiences in various aspects of life. He gives guidance and counseling to relationships or in relationships and marriage, career, personal branding, wealth management, and concept development. In terms of work, what he does is that he is a consultant and a country manager for FXTM. In fact, I won't talk so much about this. When he comes online, I would ask him for him to briefly, introduce himself proper because he knows himself even more than I do. So, without much ado, let me introduce to you the man himself, Sir Clifford Kofi Ewuzie. Welcome, sir.
Here, and also I'm super excited to be
Yes, I can hear you.
together tonight.
Yes, very well. Thank you so much, Mr. Ewuzie. So, Mr. Ewuzie, we will just delve straight into the subject matter. In fact, when you gave me the topic, life does not happen in a straight line, I was thinking, wow, life and the concept of straight line. What does life got to do with a straight line? And it was a quite an interesting thing to think about. So I just want to find out from you, what is life itself? What is the concept of life? What's the concept of life?
Concept and the fulfillment of the concept, or the fulfillment of life as you have seen it to be, or to form a straight line just with a rule or with a pencil to be. But in actual sense, when we're in a straight line, do you understand that life do not happen in a straight line? There are ups and downs between your conceptions of dreams to the fulfillment or the destination of that dream, then there are things that will happen in life, the ups and downs in life, which are going to really, one, challenge you, to strengthen you. Some even will come as making you give up your dream or giving up in life as it is. But when you come to understand this concept that we are talking about, then you will be alert. You will be alert and not be taken by surprises whatsoever it is that will happen to you. Yes, some will be some will really challenge your strength. Some will really challenge your capacity. But at the end of it all, you when you are able to go through that storm, at the end of it all, you come to an understanding that you have really grown stronger in between the lines and before your accomplishment or your dream or your destination is reached. Then we can say life has been accomplished, but life don't happen in a straight line. You get it?
Wow, wow, wow. This is deep. This is deep. This is deep. So basically, you have just elaborated on the concept of life and accomplishing, life. But I want to find out. I want to find out between the past, the present, and the future, which one has the most effect on us as humans?
All right. We are toggled between these three events or these three locations in life: the past, the present, and the future. And these three concepts, I will call it concept because that is where things happened to us and where we happen to things. Do you get it? Listen to it. Where we happen to things and where things happen to us. So in the past, things happened to us and we happen to things. In the present, things is happening to us and we are happening to things. Then in the future, things will happen to us and we will happen to things. But what you do when things happen to you or when you happen to things, how you react determines how you are going to be on the next level of life, on the next level of life. So in the past, if something happened to you or things happened to you in the past, then it is going to affect the way you are going to respond in the present. Then if things are happening to you in this present, then it is Glory, and they don't want to let go of the past glory. And so to say, they are so fixated in the past that they always talk about their past glory, their glory, their glory, their glory. Do you get it? They always talk about their glory. But let's come to think about this, that if you are fixated so much in the past, then you are so much limited in the present because you are not living the present. If things happen to you in the past, on the worst side or on the bad side, where you encountered bad experiences, you had bad experiences, bad encounters, and those things gives you feedback into your present. I always say, we'll come to that mistakes are good elements in life. Good elements. Mistakes are good elements in life. And when mistakes happen, they are only giving you feedback of your input. So whatever that you input, you receive the feedback of it as the output. And that is how nature has made it, so that we go through the past, going through all our mistakes, doing all our mistakes. We have to make all the mistakes we have to make in the past. Then the present will show us the feedbacks of what we have inputted in the past. Then the future, when we correct it in the present, the future will give us a good return or a good result of what we have corrected in the present. So whatever that has happened to you in the past, you don't need to be fixated in that past. You need to learn how to correct and accept the mistakes that have happened. You need to accept the wrongs that have happened. You need to accept the fact that what is done is done. When you accept yourself and accept that what is done already, then you can correct what has been done in the present. You can correct it because you have only learned from an experience, which you won't likely to repeat. You won't likely to repeat those experiences. So when those experiences resurface again in the present, you know how to go about it because you have learned from a worse experience. You've learned from an experience that has really given you a worse result, a worse feedback. So begin to rehearse the past, get to understand that when rehearsals of the past begin to happen, then the past will happen again
Cliff.
in your future.
Hello.
Yeah.
Cliff. Yeah, I think our audience on Zoom, you've been muted on the Zoom, so you can unmute yourself. However,
Oh,
the
sorry.
one that is
All
streaming
right.
is ongoing.
Great.
Great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So, as I said, if you keep on rehearsing the past, what you are just doing to yourself is that you are killing your potential and you are not giving yourself to evolve to overcome the past, but you are giving room for the past to repeat itself in your future. So the present is given to us for us to focus on what we can do with our potentials, what we can do with the opportunities that comes up or resurfaces again, so to have a better future for us. So the past, we did all the mistakes in the past. The present is given to us for us to concentrate on the abilities that we have, better it up, and receive new opportunities and correct our past, correct the things so that we wouldn't repeat those things. But through the experiences that we've had, we will correct them and do it well, replay it well, so that our future will now have a good result. Remember this, that life is about decisions. Life is about decisions. The decisions you took yesterday, they are the effect you see today. But one beautiful thing that God has given unto us, or nature has provided unto us, is that today is the day that we have. We don't need to be fixated on the past or even think about the future. There are some people who get so much concerned about the future, and it creates anxiety for them. That is another thing. It creates anxiety for them. So it's like they don't know what is going to happen in the future. Because of what has happened in the past before, they are now so much concerned about the future, not preparing their presence for their future, not taking the right decisions in the presence for the future, but rather they are so much fixed up, or they are so much hallucinating into the future, which will rather give an effect of anxiety. Will not be making the right decisions. You will not be making the right decisions at all when the effect of anxiety starts hitting in. All that will be yielding, you'll be yielding to it. Is fear. And in life, immediately you give into fear, get to understand that we want to understand that what fear really is, when we are talking about the past, the present, and the future. Fear can affect your future by entertaining your past now, or building anxieties for your
Hello?
future. Because
Hello? Yes, sir. Hello?
Eric, yes, I can hear you.
Yes. I think you are muted and on the Zoom. Do you get some feedback?
Yeah, I'm getting feedbacks.
Okay, then that is why.
Yeah,
So you kindly
I'm back now.
good. So I think it's because of the other streaming going on. So pardon me, I'll turn off that other side, and then you can turn off the stream labs from your end. I'm taking you off the stream, and then you will still proceed on the Zoom, sir.
All right,
Apologies.
that's
All
good.
right, thanks.
All right.
Apologies, audience. A little technical challenge. So let's continue, sir. Okay, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. This is really, really, really deep. In fact, I just have another question. Yes. for you. Sorry. I just have another question for you, just because of what the kind of correlation you did between the past, the present, and then the future. I know that sometimes people have actually experienced some kind of traumatic incidents or cases during their childhood. How then do you counter that? How do you mitigate the effect of such a traumatic experience on you when you grow up or in your present time? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Please, participants, you should be writing down your questions, because after the session is done, you are free to ask questions about life and how to move around life to be able to succeed in life. But I want to ask you one more question, Mr. Wizi. How then do we approach life? Because in fact, you've made a very interesting link between all the past and the present and the future. How then do we approach life, especially within this 21st century, where there's a lot of there are a lot of stuffs going on currently in our personal lives, in the government's life, and in the world's life? How then should we approach life to make a meaning out of life? Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. In fact, this has been an insightful session. I have learned a lot, particularly the very last story you just told us about the transporting of the fish. In fact, one thing that if I don't take anything from this session, I can take home is life don't happen to you, life happens for you. It means that from your past, present, and future life, it's in this business for you yourself, and also fail forward. Fail forward. In fact, for us, we are going to take some kind of, we're going to take some questions. And before we take the questions, let's watch this little advert from Lantern CC. Apologies, I'm going to share again. I'll be sharing the ad again briefly. Okay. Great. So this is the Time with Self series. So what Time with Self does, like you watch in the video, we are interested in grooming and becoming the better versions of ourselves. And that is why this very Sunday, 27th of February, we brought our own big and, in fact, very loaded life coach, Mr. Clifford Kofi Ewuzi, to come and then take us through life and, the concept of a straight line. And I personally have learned a lot of things today in terms of how to, look at life and being able to live life with the challenges that are around all of us. Myself, I have heard someone say, if there is no temptation or if there is no test, you wouldn't have a testimony. So it also goes to buttress the points of the transporting of the fish to Africa. So we are going to take our questions, and you can feel free. We can take your questions through the chat, or you can also use the raise hand feature in the Zoom, and then you will be called upon to, ask a question that bothers your mind. So the floor is open now. Let's all feel free to ask questions. The floor is open now. The floor is open now. I think Mr. Wuzi just left the line. I think he dropped, perhaps network challenges, but he would log on soon again. I can see some questions in the chat. He's trying to join in, and then we will proceed again. So whilst we wait for Mr. Wuzi to join in, let's work the advert again. Okay, great. So Mr. Uzi is back on. Oh no, I think he's gone off again.
I'm here. I'm here. I can
Mr.
see
Uzi,
you.
yes, yes. I think on the for the Zoom audience, you are not available.
Yeah, I'm really having challenge with the network here today.
Okay, okay, okay. So then
I'm
let
back
me.
online.
Okay, great, great, great. I think you're back online. Very well. Um, there is a question in the chat box, and I would like to ask that question. So Matilda says that, how do I start when it seems I'm not making headway and I feel like failure? So how does she start? In fact, she is actually thinking that everything is more like a failure for her. How does she start?
All right, great. So, if you think everything is like a failure to you, get to understand that failing, as I said, that failing happens in life. And if you fail, it doesn't make you a failure. But when you fail forward. Now, how do you fail forward? You fail forward by where, sitting down, coming back to the table, and correcting. Get to understand, why did I do this? Um, what is the consequences that I receive after this thing that I did? Why is this thing happening to me? When you begin to gather intelligence around the situations that are happening to you, then I tell you that you begin to learn yourself out of that situation. So understand it that you don't fail in life. You only become a failure when you give up and you don't want to do anything about it again. But when you start gathering intelligence around the things that have happened to you, okay, why did this thing fail? Probably I issues. Why did I lose this amount of money in business? Why did my business collapse? If you begin to gather intelligence in this situation and start writing them down, then you begin to find out things that you will not repeat again, things that you will not do again, for those things to repeat itself in life. Do you get it? So when you start gaining this understanding, then it means you have started working yourself out of the situation already. All right.
Great, great, great. And she goes on further to ask, where do I get help? And are you available to counsel people? How much does it cost? So that question is
All
to
right.
you. So yes, good.
Okay. So I'll leave my contact in the details, or Eric can give my contact in the details. So you can contact me at any time you want to. It's not that much, okay? I'm here to help because I've gone through a lot of things that has really brought me these experiences. And what I want to focus first is building the personality, not thinking about the money now. So let's first look at your situation and start solving them. That's how we start.
Great, great. Thank you very much. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? You can feel free to. Great. I John Paul has a question for you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Great. Thank you, John. There are situations that happens in life that requires you to seek for counsel before you take that decisions. Do you understand? There are things that you want to approach or you want to venture in life. You need to consult for before you take that decision. Those ones I call you have to delay your decisions because you have to seek consult and advices. Do you get it? It's just like you want to marry and you jump into oh, I've seen this lady and she's beautiful, she's that, without even having understanding that would this person be a great suitor for me for my future before you go into that making that decision. Do you get it? Now you have to also understand that making decision is very sensitive. So when you have to make the decision you have to make. If there are some decisions you have to make and you delay them, they have a
Yes, I'm Mr. Wizzy. Okay, I think he's gone off briefly and he'll be joining in soon. Yes, he'll be joining in soon. Yeah, Mr. Wizzy, good. Thank you.
you cannot progress and you'll be making the wrong decisions. And remember, it will keep on repeating itself till you get it right or you give up.
Great. Any further question? Okay, John, your hand is up again, sir.
Yeah. 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 All right. So that's great. So that's where you get the concept that life happens for you, in the sense that it happens is just like going to write an exams. Then there is a provision of remedial for you as well. So to say, when you write these exams and you do not get it right, you have another chance to write a remedia. So the remedia is another opportunity that is created for you to rewrite it and write it well this time. So to make for you to take advantage of any privileges that are ahead of you. So in that sense, life do happen in those trends. The things that you fail in today will resurface again. And when they resurface again, it is only telling you, or nature is telling you that, my dear, do it again. You can do it, and you can do it better. The previous time you failed in it, and I gave you chance to do your corrections, to correct yourself and do it again. Now, first and foremost, accept your failures. Accept the mistakes that you have done. Accept yourself. Forgive yourself. When you start doing this thing, when you accept the mistakes that you have made, you accept these failures that have happened to you, when you accept yourself and accept your shortcomings, and when you forgive yourself, these four things are the things that will give you room to better do well in the future. Because when you accept the situation that has happened, it has given you an open-mindedness into venturing the next one that is likely to surface, doing well and beating it very well the next time it surfaces. Do you understand it, Paul? Great. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Any question? Any further question? So whilst I wait the last one or last two questions, some few announcements. Time with Self series happens every 2 weeks. So the next session is going to be on the 13th of March. And that one too, we are going to bring to you a very honorable man. He's also very, very, very deep, like Sir Cliff. And stay tuned. The adverts will be coming out soon. Also, for your notice, on the 8th of March, which is the International Women's Day, we are also bringing to you another 30 minutes live session where we are going to speak with one as a very big woman within the country. And I want you to stay tuned. The adverts will also be coming through. Now, Lantern CC is also going to come up with some very short sections, maximum 5 to 10 minutes videos for creatives. You know, Lantern CC is a creative organization. So maximum 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes video on how to, use your digital platforms to the best of you. So those who want to learn a lot, even phone photography, those who are into social media and the rest, we are going to bring you short videos for you to learn how to even do, digital marketing, social media marketing, a lot of those stuffs. So stay tuned, and Lantern CC will bring all these things to you as the days and months unfold. Any further question? Let me check the chat box. Any further question? Okay, I don't see any further question in there. So I want to thank you so much, Mr. Clifford Kofi Ewuzie, for the time that you have spent on the call with us. I know you are a very, very extremely busy man, but when Lantern CC contacted you, in fact, because of the heart you have for grooming and making people a better version of themselves, you were available and you have actually delivered so much. And I want to say thank you so much. God richly bless you. We will certainly come your way again. Lantern CC is going to organize some in-person conference before the close of the year, very big conference, and we are hoping that you are also going to be part of the panel members. Thank you so much.
All right, great.
Good. To conclude,
thank you so much.
Great, thank you too. So to conclude, if you want to reach out to Lantern CC, I mentioned our services. We are into digital marketing and consulting. We are into live streaming services. We are into event management. So even if you have an event that you've been doing over the years and you need, a bit of touch to your event, we are very innovative. You can contact Lantern CC and we will help you transform your event, and you'll be amazed. We also have ushering services for larger events, even smaller events. We can provide you ushers for your events, to graphic design, and then other rental services for your shows, even for streaming and the rest. If you need any device to rent, we are available to give it to you. These are our telephone numbers: 0546509586, and then we also have Vodafone 020-7490250. You can reach us on lanternconsults@gmail.com, or personally to me, mensa.eric.k@gmail.com, or our handles MECGH or Lantern Consults. In fact, every session that we go through is being streamed on YouTube, so don't hesitate to join YouTube and then watch this very session. There were some technical challenges, but that will be resolved, and the video really shared again on our YouTube channel. But there's a previous video over there. So thank you very much for spending time with us this Sunday evening, and I really much appreciate the audience that you have given and for making the event a success. Have a very pleasant evening, and then have a very fruitful week. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.